Yeah, so like I said, in the trending market, a most significant area that you should be worrying about in a trending market is the most recent structure that is broken, meaning this area of support in this situation. Guess what happened? Price pulled back right at that same area. This was the complete retest, bounced right off of it like it was butter, like it was
Yeah,
nothing. Like I said, all these currency pairs, they do the same exact thing. Obviously, some pairs, like the pound pairs, are a lot more volatile than others. So that's where, but it really doesn't matter. That's where your money management, that's where your risk management, risk to reward ratio is going to come into play. But like in these situations, you could up your lot size a little bit. It's a trending market.
well,
Like for me, like if I were to get into this trade, I'd pretty much have my stop loss. Let's see what's the ATR on this. Let's see what we got here. It's probably gonna be really, really high, to be honest. The ATR was the pound pair. So
1.89.
it's literally 189. Wow. Oh, let's see. Honestly, I would probably have it like at the 50 at least, because if it comes in here and it closes into this area, more than likely, if it's not going to bounce off of this area of support, it's going to come up even farther.
Yeah, that's why I made the mistake. At your green line, I didn't see the 38. So when it broke above, closed above that green line you had, I
Yeah,
just had a small buy on it with short stop loss. But yeah, that
on GBP,
happened.
JPY. Yeah, we got to be aware of all situations. Where did I pull it out? Oh yeah, so I pretty much pulled it out to the literally the close of this candle. Pretty much not only the close of this candle, but also this area of support. I just dragged it out. Pretty much from this pullback to the low, the high to the low. That's one thing I've noticed. Like a lot of people like to draw the Fibonacci from the wicks, but I mean, this is where like a lot of practice and back testing comes in, because I actually ended up putting it, dragging it from the close of this top candle here, from
Yeah,
one test to the low, from the close to this close right here. And because if it was from wick to wick, you might have not even caught the entry.
yeah.
But because I put it to the close, it actually aligns a whole lot better. Maybe there's some strategies out there that, are from the wick to the close down here, but I don't know. I just see it works out a lot better like this. Oh, get this. It's already starting to reverse even more. That goes to show you, like, you need to be extremely experienced if you're trying to buy in a trend in the market, because this bad boy has been falling for literally weeks. But anyways, enough of this pair. Our move was made pretty much where I would get into the market would be off of this. But yeah, let's go on to another pair. Let's see what else we got here. GBP AUD. Yeah, all these pound pairs are just absolutely dying. I think it's all this like Brexit news. Well, no, I think the election is actually going on right now, right?
Yeah.
What's the election for? Like, what country is it?
It's for the European Parliament.
Oh, really?
So
Nice.
yeah.
And already?
Mhm.
Oh, nice. Are people
Well, at the
happy with
moment in
like?
Belgium, it's a little bit fucked. Everybody is like, well, there's like 11.3%, like the second highest party voted in Belgium is like extreme right party. So they're all against like, yeah, they're all fucking racist, you know.
Really?
Stupid. Even
Sounds
my
like
best friend,
America.
I would have fucking smacked him in the face. Man. I wanted to. I was like, really? He just doesn't get it. He's like, I hate those guys. Well, so simple-minded. You know what
Yeah.
that party also say? That party says they want to get out abortion. They want to quickly like they don't want abortion anymore. How fucking stupid is that?
Oh, wait, are
Um,
you talking about America or by you?
in our country, in Belgium, like the people
That's
voted
crazy
for like
because the same exact thing is going on here too. Like it's like an
really.
absolute outrage in like states like Alabama, I know Missouri, they're all passing these abortion bills. I'm not into politics, but I just
Yeah,
hear
me
what's
neither,
going on
mate.
because I usually try to stay updated with like news that could affect the market. So
Mm,
yeah, not a lot of people are happy. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, it can be resolved sometime. But right now, like things are looking downhill because more states are passing these like abortion bills that it's like illegal to have those. Yeah,
why? Why?
I have no idea, bro.
We are already with too many fucking people. Why would they complain? Like even like if like that's
Yeah,
how I see it. Like if they, I would like let gay people all over the world. Why let them? Why they don't make fucking kids and they take a how did they say like they adopt a kid? So
yeah,
it makes the world better. No, who gives a fuck?
I know.
I don't get it. Same for abortus, it happens so many times, so many kids. People don't have like proper space to like educate and all that, and yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop trading Euro EUD for good. It's very, very choppy.
I don't trade that there.
Like
I
these used to be one of my favorite pairs too, but like it like makes these. It literally takes like literally stays between these ranges for literally what date is this? From May 21st. Well, for literally 3 days, it just sits in the same area. I don't even think it's worth trading anymore. And it makes like these really small moves, very, very
yeah,
slowly. Like I like my pairs with some juice in it, but oh well. AUD USD. Let's see. Let's have some nice movement though.
I'm
Now,
becoming a really big fan of gold.
what's up?
I'm becoming a really big fan of gold.
True. Me too.
It's just
It's nice.
so easy to trade, to be honest. But it's volatile though. That is, but and it moves slow, but the like the moves go really fucking fast. When it spikes quickly.
It makes a lot of nice moves too. Like there's a lot of market patterns in here. Like this was I think this looks like a head and shoulders.
Yeah, and it's really easy to like also when it's not moving, it's super easy to just trade like
No, this is actually a double top
consolidation.
right here. And then all you're looking for is the break of the neckline over here. And then look at that. You had yourself, let's say at the break of this neckline here,
Hmm.
you had yourself literally a total of literally 100 pips from the bottom of the wick. That's 117 pips.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold makes a lot of nice moves. Yes, it is one of the most volatile pairs because it's a metal.
Hmm.
That's to be expected, though. It's not an actual. Well, it's a currency pair, but yeah, interesting stuff. It definitely has a lot of nice moves. I see why it's becoming more and more popular, but I feel like a lot of people get burnt by gold too. But yeah, like as you can see, like
No.
even though it's like it's kind of choppy, it still makes a lot of nice moves. Like it still abides by the same rules. Like we have our support that came back and retested as a resistance and then slammed down. It's nice. It abides by like pretty much all of like the Forex laws.
Yeah.
And then like as opposed to USD CAD, which does not even give a shit about any of that. Yeah. I'm probably gonna stop recommending this pair to people.
Yeah, I don't touch it.
Yeah. You know what I haven't looked at though? USD JPY.
Yeah, I've been looking at it for a bit.
I'm feeling I might just switch. It has a lot better movement.
I caught like 15 pips on it, like
Uh,
10 pips.
Well, let me see what we got here. So we have a level of support-ish. Honestly, it was more right here that was broken. This area, like this most significant level was right here. And that was already broken on USD JPY. So I mean, sure. It's on the daily. Let me look on the 4 hour. And not only was it broken, but on the 4 hours also minimally retested as well. This small little pullback right here for like 30 pips. So you could be looking downwards right now. Let's see. I don't like to do too much analysis on it though. GBP NZD. Wow. Every pound pair. It's got to be with this election. Even in these choppy movements, you can like here's a good example. This is exactly how you would particularly trade like a rectangle, even in the most dead market like here, from April 2nd all the way to the 14th. Here's how, so this is like a whole 13 days of it just sitting in this box here. And I'm sure you're going to know how I tell you this. So pretty much this is exactly how you trade these boxes here. So pretty much if you were ever in this situation and you're stuck, and I'll tell you the same exact situation if you're on the opposite end. So, you know, like I said, this is a situation that I would never trade, to be honest. It's just, it's literally was sitting there for 2 whole trading weeks. However, and I think you both know where I'm going with this. This is how you would trade it. All you're looking for is a breakout in either direction and a retest, which is exactly what happened in a buying situation. So obviously, if you have these rectangles here, I'll draw an example like right up here. Let's just say these 2 lines here are our rectangle. So pretty much you're just looking for, if it breaks out, you're looking for a retest and a bounce. Same goes with the opposite end situation. Let's be looking for a break to the downside, a retest, and down. And guess what happened here? This gigantic, big-ass candle annihilated it, and that ended up coming over here, maybe about a couple hours later, well, probably like a day later, retesting this whole area, because this is considered our resistance and our support. Even in this choppy-ass rectangle, we still have an area of resistance and we still have an area of support. And like I said, these rectangles can be like have like a tornado effect. You know, the more area it takes up, the stronger it's going to get. So this is 13 days of price information. So guess what happened here? Yes, it took a while. It literally took 13 days, but within those 13 days, this proved to be a valuable piece of price information, meaning whichever way it's going to break out and retest, it's more than likely going to go in that direction. Is it going to happen 100% of the time? No. Look what happened here. It broke out and it came right back into the zone. However, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much 20 hours later, it started rejecting off of it. How can you identify the rejections? Guess what happened? Wicks. 3 things you need to know: direction of the market, our hot spots in the market, our zone, support and resistance, and understanding number 3, the anatomy behind these candlesticks. And guess what happened here? What do wicks show? Weakness in whichever way it's pointing. And guess what happened here? When these wicks start pointing down, that means there's a lot of price rejections to the downside. So pretty much as soon as I see these, that's like my alarm in my head, my eyes, like, hey, guess what? We have some rejection in sellers. And guess what happened, lo and behold? We made a nice little move. It takes time. This is where patience comes into play in Forex, you know. We have to learn to delay our gratification in Forex, you know. This is all about the long game, right? You know, we as people, we are evolved to have instant gratification. You know, in investing, we have to learn to put our gratification on hold in order to get a better reward in the long term. So pretty much, you know, even though this is where I would be getting in a buying situation, like that is one of my best price indicators. My indicators is price action itself, the candlesticks. As soon as I see these, I'm like, all right, price is starting to reject. And guess what happened? Literally, yes, it took time. How long did it take? Let's see. It took at least April 18th. It took another 4 or 5 days before we started seeing a very, very nice push. However, if you got in this buying situation, you would have been in profit a little bit before you found another big push for, look at that, 200 pips, just like that, off of this push. Why? We had a rectangle here. We had 13 days of price information. As soon as you start seeing a rejection off of it, that's a nice little buying indication. So obviously we're getting in at one area on one zone. Where we're getting out? The very next zone. And this is where the higher time frames come into play. Because now, oh, where'd we go? Oops. There we go. One zone to the next. And that's the purpose of marking up your charts thoroughly. So as we can see here, this is our one zone right here. We get at one zone and get out at the next. Here's our other zone right here. So, oh yeah, this is more of a minor zone, to be honest, because like I said, minor zones are broken as much as they are retested. So this would be considered a minor zone. So in a situation like this, you could be getting on here. Where is it? So in a sense, you could be getting in here. Oh, true. Look at that. That's pretty wild. Just because this information right here could have bought at this level, and this in a sense isn't even a zone really. But we can see, like I said, in Forex, all answers lie to the left. I'm gonna put a line right here, and I'm gonna check back, see why did this, oh yeah, look at that. That's our very next zone. I'll make this purple so you can see right here. Because we can see here we have a little area of resistance. Look at that. Yep. Go to our present day and look at that. You could actually got in right here. So it makes sense why it completely rejected off of this level and slammed right back down. So yeah, you're pretty much getting in, entering at one zone and then exiting at the very next significant zone. You're literally just playing zone to zone. And eliminates a very big psychological factor as well. Because you're not having to force yourself into the market as well. You're pretty much letting the markets run for yourself. And that's the purpose of marking up your charts, to pretty much just alleviate the whole psychological mess when you come to the market. Pretty much it'll help you get out of your wins so you don't have to get out of your wins earlier. Because one big problem with me was I was constantly cutting my wins short. Why was that? I wasn't like trading zone to zone. I was pretty much like naked eyeballing it, pretty much freeballing the charts.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, sadly.
Yeah. But like that's another big thing that helped me like achieve maximum profits too. Like pretty much entering at one zone and getting out at the next. Because you can see here, there's pretty much nothing that stopped the charts from going from this area to here. Obviously, the market moves in waves, you know. It doesn't just go straight up or straight down. So things like this are inevitable. But these are minor zones that can be broken, as you can see here. And it didn't take long for it to get from this retest up here. A complete 212 pips, just like that. So yeah, that's a good, nice little example of what to look for. In this situation, that price is just sitting there, literally for 2 whole trading weeks. Anyways, let's check back over here.
I'm gonna have to hop off, but I'll be there tomorrow for the rest of the week, every day.
We'll do, bro. We'll do.
Today, I'll